In the green and fragrant southern suburbs of Warsaw, on the old road to the town of Konstantin, lies the 17th century palace of Wilanów, home away from home for the storied Polish king Jan Sobieski. Just as in the past, citizens, travelers, and tourists journey to the outskirts of the capital, mimicking the behavior of Jan Sobieski himself, who often sought refuge in his palace. Yes, he was the hero of Vienna in 1683, the battle that prevented the Turkish invasion of Europe. This is one of the landmark occurrences in both Polish and European history. And this was the residence where Jan Sobieski came to reflect. This Latinate palace would be at home in Italy or France, perhaps particularly France, with its sculptured flower gardens, its invitingly relaxed facade, and its ornamental canal. Motifs paying homage to Roman and Greek myths adorn the facade of the palace itself, as well as the gardens. It's a pleasant place to relax and reflect. You can see why King Jan Sobieski had it built for this purpose, which it serves remarkably. Go there yourself when you're in Warsaw. You will not be disappointed, as these programs will show. This is the palace, not just of a king, but of a great king. In fact, Jan Sobieski is one of the seminal figures in European history, and this palace perfectly reflects the mind of that very special individual. Okay, everybody, we're back, and we're right in the center of the facade of the front of the palace here in Wilanów. And Arthur, you've got some fun things to say.
Of course.
About what's going on.
Yes.
Yeah, why don't you tell me and Miho?
Yes,
Yeah.
I would tell you.
We're your audience.
So I would like to tell you about the facade of the building.
Okay.
And would you like to start from the top or from the bottom?
Let's start from the top.
Okay, so
Move
we can
down.
see a sun over there on the top.
Okay.
There's a sun. That was a very
Yeah.
typical thing in these days, to compare a king to the sun that gives you the reflection, that gives you the energy, that gives you the sunlight. These are the times when some of the kings had colonies all over the world, so the sun never set over their empires. So this is how kings started to compare themselves to the sun, to the source of energy. So we have the comparison to King Sobieski to the sun as well, but there's an extraordinary thing about this ideology. So on the left and the right of the sun and the sunlight that it gives, there are two shields. And the thing about these shields is that they are blank. So they are like mirrors. So they reflect the sunlight, which once again means that the king is not about to put it in you, how you should behave, what you should be, what should be your symbol, what should be your life about, because he gives you the blank shield.
Right.
You are the
You
blank
have a blank
shield.
sheet.
Exactly.
So you have independent.
Exactly.
So it's like free will, like from what God supposed to give us.
Exactly.
Right? It's the same thing. So as a servant of God, he's also representing free will for his citizens.
And that's the unique idea of King's philosophy and the way they want to provide to his inhabitants. And then let's take a look a little bit lower. There is another Latin inscription. It's written over there that the rules of the ancient Roman Empire are respected in this villa. So whenever we constructed something, we liked to refer to ancient Greek or Roman history, but this is purely Roman style. And
yeah, this
also,
is classical style. Yeah.
yes,
absolutely.
we can see when we look at these columns in here, they are flat, they are plain, they don't have these Greek curves all around.
What was the time this was built, the palace?
17th century.
But when in the 17th century, do we remember?
Late 1600s.
The late 1600s, yes. So the late 1600s, remember that the American colonies are not even 100 years old at this point. So it's still really early days. Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Yes, it's good that we have a lot of visitors in
yeah,
here as
it's
well.
good. There's a lot of visitors. And it's also good they're not even paying attention. I guess they just think we're here, you know.
doing a theater play.
Yes, in these days we can say that that Poland was very busy in here, fighting with Russia, Prussia, Sweden, and Ottoman Empire. So we kept our lands safe, we kept our lands prosperous. Europeans were emigrating to Poland, but in very same days, another countries had this possibility to discover another lands and take a lot of gold, silver, and diamonds over there. So when this term of hegemony started to exist on planet Earth, first Portugal, then Spain, then Netherlands, then English and French rivalry, then that was a moment when Poland, even though it was doing very well, then that's a reason why we didn't catch up with these countries, because we didn't discover new lands.
Well, you
because
didn't
we
have
were,
a navy that went all about the world, like the French, the Spanish.
We are
the
next
Spanish,
to
the French, and the English.
we are
the
next
British.
to we are next to the
English.
Baltic Sea. We have flatlands in here. We had to have cavalry.
Yeah.
We
You had cavalry, yeah.
Yes, we had to fight on land
Which
in
were
here.
useful in repelling Tatars and invaders.
Exactly.
From the east, sorry.
Oh.
I'm not saying you're an invader from the east. I didn't mean that.
No.
No? No, you're most welcome. You're most
No
welcome.
worries, I am defending you.
Yes,
Okay, so you
yes,
can,
yes,
you know,
yes,
you have
yeah.
you have a shoulder that's
You see,
supporting.
this is very
Yes,
Polish.
thank
They
you.
always defended the people staying in their country.
and
This is a
that's
tradition.
something like
and,
this.
and there we go. So here we go along the Three Musketeers on our merry way. Stay tuned. Poland Daily Travel from Wilanów Palace. We're going to continue on our walk. And we're going to show you the brilliant gardens that they have here before we go on and do some other exciting stuff today. So stay with us. Poland Daily Travel.